What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some big news. Shouts out to my brother Danny. Shouts out to my brother Ness. Shouts out to the Boxing Voice. Go subscribe to the Boxing Voice. And Ness and the Boxing Voice had a special guest on, Antonio Leonard's son. Antonio Leonard is a business partner with mogul Jay Prince, businessman, whom are the managers of undefeated Olympic silver medalist, two-division world champion, former unified super featherweight WBC WBO world champion, now lightweight superstar title contender, Shakur Stevenson, who is 20 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Antonio Leonard, great businessman. Jay Prince, great businessman. And they are the managers and advisors for Shakur Stevenson. He has just revealed that Shakur Stevenson turned down $8 million, roughly, as they estimated it, roughly $8 million to fight undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who is 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Now, it's getting very baffling because he also said that they had no plans to fight Devin Haney this year when they could make double that next year. So Devin Haney offered, he's the undisputed champion. He's the lineal champion. He's the Ring Magazine champion. He's the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO champion. He offered Shakur Stevenson, whom everybody said Devin Haney was ducking, Shakur Stevenson, because he offered him a percentage of 25%. And Shakur's team is saying that 25% would roughly be $8 million. Why would they take $8 million to fight Devin Haney this year when they could fight Devin Haney next year and double that up? And that Shakur Stevenson is not worrying about the belts. He's worrying about feeding his family and his finances. I'm overly uber confused as to why people felt like Devin Haney was ducking Shakur Stevenson when I told you guys he was sacrificing to stay at 135. And he dared to be great. He signed with legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO Bob Arum and ESPN to secure the undisputed match when everybody was playing round robins to Devin Haney. Right? You had Lomachenko. Devin Haney was his mandatory. Didn't give him the opportunity. Fought Teofimo Lopez. Well, it goes back before Lomachenko. See, 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Mikey Garcia vacated the WBC title to move up to fight Errol Spence at 147. When he vacated the belt, the unified champion Vasyl Lomachenko leapfrogged Devin Haney, who was supposed to fight Luke Campbell, British Olympic gold medalist, lightweight title contender, star boxer, for the vacant WBC title. The unified champion is not supposed to fight for the vacant the vacant titles. That's per the rules, the sanction bodies. But nonetheless, Lomachenko leapfrogged Devin Haney, was able to fight Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC title, to hold 3 belts at that point in time. So Devin Haney then, and Bill Haney, father, trainer, manager Bill Haney, then was petitioning to fight the winner because they were supposed to fight Luke Campbell. Now, Lomachenko was able to jump ahead of him because of politics and fight Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC title. Bob Arum then said that Devin Haney was in the wrong place, the wrong time, and signed with the wrong promotional company. On record, you could go look at Champside and see the interview, and says that because he signed with the wrong company, that now he was out of luck because Lomachenko win the fight against Luke Campbell. He was going to petition to be franchised, so that way He didn't have to honor his mandatory in Devin Haney, and he didn't and wasn't in position to negotiate a fight with Devin Haney. So he essentially then pushed Devin Haney to the side as he waited for the then IBF champion Richard Coleman to fight Teofimo Lopez December. So he fought Luke Campbell in August. Richard Coleman and Teo fought in December 14th to be exact, at Madison Square Garden. So in the meantime, Lomachenko, who stated he wanted to stay busy fight, could have fought Devin Haney, who he said was too green and too young and not ready. So he stayed on the shelf. Then we went through a global pandemic. Richard Coleman gets knocked out by Teofimo Lopez in the second round. Teofimo Lopez becomes the IBF champion. Then Lomachenko then fights Teofimo Lopez in the Undisputed, but he's the franchise champion. And the WBC said you can't win and lose the franchise title. So then he fights Teofimo Lopez, who beats Lomachenko. Now Teofimo Lopez, the champion. Devin Haney gets elevated to WBC super champion because you can't win or lose the franchise title. Now Devin Haney is pushing for a fight with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez decides that he's going to go the route of fighting his IBF mandatory, which was George Kambosos Jr., Australian star boxer. Then Teofimo Lopez loses to George Kambosos Jr. instead of fighting Devin Haney for official Undisputed. And now Devin Haney then looking to fight George Kambosos Jr., who's the unified champion now. Then George Kambosos Jr. elected to try to maneuver around Devin Haney as well and fight Vasyl Lomachenko instead of fighting Devin Haney for Undisputed. But then we had an unfortunate chain of events between Russia and Ukraine that Lomachenko decided to back out and not fight George Kambosos. So then Devin Haney had to jump through hoops and hurdles once again, going to Australia, signing with Top Rank and ESPN to secure the fight with George Kambosos, what happened to be a 2-fight deal to fight George Kambosos, both in Australia. He wins as the Undisputed champion. He still got to fight and defend his titles against Kambosos in Australia again, which he did. Then he was contractually obligated for the 3-fight deal with Top Rank and ESPN to fight Lomachenko at the end of that deal, because he was initially supposed to get his opportunity to fight Kambosos. Then he fights and beats Lomachenko. He's already been on record stating that weighing 135 is not easy. He's struggling to make the weight. But if he has to stay at the weight to fight Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis, right, alluded to that, for the right fight, he'll stay at that division. But it's a sacrifice. So then in May 20th, he beats Lomachenko. Shakur Stevenson says he's going to push to be the mandatory. He has one fight at 135, which is against Yoshino, because he missed weight at 130 in his unification defense against Conceição. Then he moved up the next fight, fought Yoshino at 135, became the mandatory for the WBC title, but didn't petition for it. Said that he was going to petition for it, and then took months to petition for it, but said he wanted to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney then says, okay, if I'm a sacrifice stay at 135, I'm offering Shakur Stevenson 25%. Which in return, let's listen to that 25%, what it would have been. Should he have taken the 25%? Let's listen to what it would have been.
Say, just a rough estimate, he would get that 25%, let's say $8 million. Right? If he fights him next year, he can make 16, close to $20 million. So why ruin?
So listen to what the 25% would have been. This is not a fan speaking. This is part of Shakur's team management team. And he also stated that they made this decision as a team. If it was up to Shakur Stevenson himself, he would have took the 25%, but as a team, we decided not to.
Say, just a rough estimate, he would get that 25%, let's say $8 million. Right? If he fights him next year, he can make 16, close to $20 million.
So if you're going to make 16 to 20 and you knew you wasn't going to fight him this year, then why pretend to act like Devin Haney was ducking you and made you a lowball offer when you was going to make $8 million? Now, Shakur Stevenson is on record saying, I got to call a spade a spade. Shakur Stevenson is on record saying the 25% would not have been more than what he's made in the past. So he said he's making more than $8 million to fight Yoshino, Oscar Valdez, and Jamel Herring and Robson Conceição? No, sir. No, sir. Shakur Stevenson did not make $8 million or $7 million to fight Yoshino, Jamel Herring, Oscar Valdez, or Robson Casasio. He just has not. And now Ness, shout out to Ness, is going to ask him, so then why did y'all destroy a relationship, a friendship, if you knew you had no plans to fight him this year?
Ruin the relationship if you never really wanted to fight him.
He does want to fight him. Are you talking about Shakur?
Absolutely. You're saying, why fight him now for 8 when we could fight him next year for 16? So I'm saying, so then why tell everybody he's ducking? Why send bottles? Why ruin a relationship that was a friendship? I'm lost here. If we both know we're not going to fight because there's more money next year, why is we cursing at each other, talking about each other, family, all this? I mean, you tell me. This beyond something.
See, now, that.
So he goes on to say, well, that's just childhood, friendhood, high school stuff that they're going back and forth and their relationship can be repaired. I mean, this looks terrible on Shakur. It looks like very bad news on Shakur. It looks terrible on his team part. That this revealed from the higher level of his team, period. And as I said, Devin Haney jumped through hoops and hurdles to be in that position, offered Shakur Stevenson Undisputed and $8 million, and he turned it down. He was not making more than $8 million or close to $8 million fighting Robson Casasio, non-pay-per-view, Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring, and Yoshino. No, sir. No, sir. Shakur got to answer this bell. That looks bad on you, bro. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.